Story time on how I caught my boyfriend cheating on me, so I stole his side piece and made her my girlfriend. Okay, so boom, we jumping right in. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years and he knows that I'm bi. But it was one of those situations that you're with a guy for so long, people forget that you're even into girls. Because obviously I'm faithful to my man, but can't say the same for him. My boyfriend started to do the typical signs of a cheater. He was always texting and smiling on his phone. He was starting to see me a lot less. And he was giving excuses to why we never slept on the phone together anymore. Well, one night I was finally sleeping over and I knew this was my one chance to look through his phone because I probably wasn't going to see him for another week or two. While he was sleeping, I took his thumb and unlocked his phone. It didn't take me long to find his side piece. It hurt me so much to see him say he missed holding her and kissing her and a lot more graphic things. I went to his Instagram friend list and I put her name and I found her. Then I followed her. I put his phone back and then I left. And this is the beginning of the end. Like for part 2. Part 2 on how I caught my boyfriend cheating on me, so I stole his side piece and made her my girlfriend. Okay, so boom, like I said, I followed her on Instagram, I put my boyfriend's phone back and I left. He called me the next day asking where I was and I just told him I couldn't sleep, so I just came home. A couple hours go by and his side piece follows me back. I DM'd her with intentions to find out what's going on with her and my boyfriend, but we actually ended up having a great conversation. Then we exchanged numbers and talked all night. We hit it off so well we went out the week after. Then we got drunk and we started making out. There was just this natural spark between us. And I guess since I was taking all of her time, my boyfriend had a lot more time. My boyfriend started asking to see me a lot more. Oh, now you want to see me. Well, his side piece came over one night and it was time for me to come clean. I ended up telling her that I really liked her, but that originally I was just going to ask her about my boyfriend. Child, a tea after this. Like for part 3. Story time on how my cousin tried to sexually assault me. Okay, y'all, so boom. I went to Mexico for the summer because my parents wanted me to meet my grandparents. I went there with my brother so I wasn't alone. And throughout our time there, me and my brother met my grandparents and other people in our family. A month into my visit, I met my cousin Josh. That's not his real name, but we'll just call him Josh. When I first met him, Josh was super nice to both me and my brother. Everything was fine and he even stayed with us a couple weeks until something happened. One day when I was in my room that I was staying at, I was just minding my business playing Minecraft. Now, my room had no doors because they were working on getting new doors. And let me tell you guys that I was 8 years old and he was a teenager. He came in my room and I didn't think anything of it. He was just basically watching me play Minecraft. But then he came up to me and sat on my bed and then got on top of me. Like for part 2. Part 2 on how my cousin tried to sexually assault me. Okay, so boom, like I said, he came into my room and started watching me play Minecraft. But then he came to my bed and got on top of me. I was laying down on my stomach, so to give y'all a visual, he was basically on my back, like my butt. Then he tried to pull my shorts down and told me, I'll let you keep playing Minecraft if you let me touch your ass. Let me remind you guys that I'm 8 years old and this guy's a teenager. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I just pushed him off and said I don't really want to play anymore. Then I threw the phone and I left. I felt weird after, but I didn't know why. Him going and laying on me and touching on me like that, I was just uncomfortable. And I know things could have gotten bad and even worse if there were doors. I kept this in for 2 years, so I think it's time to tell everyone now. Remember, it's never okay for anybody to take advantage or inappropriate. Story time on how my mom told me she wished she never had me. Okay, so boom, jumping right in. Question, you ever had a mom who loved you, motivated you, and respected you? Yeah, well, can't say the same for me. My mom is a single mother that had me at a young age and is currently in college. But the thing is, my mom hates me. And you know why she hates me? Because I have a relationship with my dad. She's mentally abusive and sometimes physical. She tells me how she's disgusted with me and how I should worship her since she brought me into this world. And when I was younger, she tried to get me to hate my dad and even use me as a weapon against my dad. But my dad ended up putting himself on child support and doing shared custody. Well, I had a birthday party when I was turning 16 and my dad paid for everything. My mom kind of just showed up. And on my birthday, I was about to hear one of the most hurtful things a mother can say to their daughter. Like for part 2. Part 2 on how my mom told me she wished she never had me. Okay, so boom, like I said, I was turning 16 and my dad threw me a birthday party where he paid for everything. And my mom kind of just showed up. She gave me really bad energy and I tried to ignore it, but later that night I walked into the restroom looking for my mom and she was in there with her friend. And that's when I heard her say that she should have aborted me and that she wished she never had me. I cried my eyes off, and my mom didn't even care when she found out. My dad ended up getting full custody, and I haven't seen or spoken to my mom ever since. Now I'm at a better place, and I'm happy living with my dad and my loving stepmother and sister. Sometimes someone hurt is so deep-rooted, it places hatred on people who's undeserving. She hated my dad for leaving, but for staying with me. And that's something that she's eventually going to have to come to terms with. But I refuse to let her bring me down. Now I'm loved, happy, and elevated. Stay blessed, y'all.